This is one of the questions the mentors Justin Wolf asked me in Mastermind in one of the webinars in SFM community. I was a guest. I was asked to, what am I doing to get the results I'm getting? Now, I said it one word and I still maintain that word. It's down to what you believe. You do things based on what you believe. Nobody tells you to do it because you believe it. That's why you do it. And so most people don't understand it. It's very simple concept, but you need to grasp it. I'll give you a little bit glimpse of what it looks like. Now, when you start a job, now you get submit an application, you go through the interview phase, and they accept you on offer. They give you an offer letter. They tell you a date to start. You start on the 1st, and they tell you they will pay you by the 30th, on the 30th of the month. Now you start looking for ways to source income and feed yourself throughout that month. Maybe you got to borrow from your parents, or you borrow from your sisters or siblings, and so that you make it to the end of the month. Why? Because you believe you'll be paid. So it's the same process. You don't reap before you sow. So here in online business, it's you. You are the one that is paying yourself. So you have to understand that you have to invest your time to build something that is your own. When you understand that this is what I'm doing for myself, then you bring out the time and energy to do it right, and go around and surround yourself with the like-minded people to guide you. But you have to understand what will happen along the way. There will be fear, there will be skepticism, there will be lack of money, there will be lack of knowledge. All these things are coming from the fear side of your mind to stop you from moving to the direction you want to move. So what you have to understand is there's something Buckminster Fuller said. He said, you don't change things by fighting existing reality. You have to simply build a new model so that the old one becomes obsolete. And what that simply means is everywhere you go in life, there is good and evil. They are constant in your mind every time, playing tricks on you. Something says go, someone says doesn't. You don't hear them, but it's playing in your mind. Everybody has that. But where you focus will always expand. And fear, there's something Claude Bristol said in his book. He said, when you put good and evil inside a room, constantly the negative one, or he said negative, positive, negative, constantly negative will always win. And that's what you get that in the society. Put one negative person in a room, he will just come and infest the rest good people. You'll be surprised how quickly they will infest them. And so that's why SFM community is sacred. They protect it with high integrity and high security barriers to make sure that they weed out all the negative people out of there, to ensure that the culture they are cultivating, it's unique and stays firm. So once you begin to understand that you are creating your own reality as long as what you're believing, then you step out and do the opposite of what others are doing. It's that simple. Like I said, there'll be fear, but you replace that with faith. What is faith? Faith is the ability to call upon things that are not as though they were. So you start calling upon building your business, you start going to the webinars, you start joining calls, you start asking questions. These are demonstrating faith. You keep watering the seed. If you saw, you keep watering that seed, keep watering it. As you keep watering, very soon it will begin to spring up. And as it starts, you keep watering, you will get some traction in the business. Maybe you make your first few $100. That will give you the boost and energy to keep going, because what? You know there is light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to go through these challenges. And once you lean into these fears, these are the things that will help you strengthen you and grow you. And this, when people are around, see you around, they will think that they will notice that you're different, because this is not something that you manipulate like people try to do, because it comes off from inside of you. People read energy, and it comes out across in your blogs, in your posts, in your videos, everything you do. They will sense whether you're real or you're not real. They can tell. So you have to be aware that you cannot manipulate this thing. So it's very important that you start with the right foundations. So by believing, start reading books. You have to, if it's not something that you're doing now, know that it's a must. You have to start reading books. I will recommend you The Strangest Secrets. It's by Elle Nightingale. You can start with that one. There's an assignment behind it. Just do it for 30 days. Carry on doing it. You will begin to understand what is happening. he said that so you see some people, they are lucky in life, they seem to be fluent, anything they touch turn to gold. Why? Because their mind is prepared for success. And some people, they all go through life struggling. You see them whinging, crying. Many people just like that. Many families are in pain. Why? The parents don't understand what they need to do. Yet the Bible is there in the Bible, my people will suffer because of lack of knowledge. So you just have to understand that you have to, most of the things that you have built now, if you're not happy with it, it's very simple. It did not work. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you whether you're going to have a better life or not. If you're a junior doctor, you just graduated, just look at the top income earners in medicine. These are consultants. What do their life look like? How much do they earn? What is that? Do they spend time with their children? How do they feel fulfilled in their work? This is exactly what you're gonna get if you go through down that path. Now, if you're in a cleaning company, or if you're in a job where there is no much hope, now you look at the top. Like I was in a courier job, I looked at the manager. He was driving an Audi A8, and later the company gave it to him, and he was really looked after. So I looked at that. That's not what I want. He's always at work, chasing boxes and all that. I didn't want that for myself, but if I stayed there, even if I happened to get to the top, that was what I was gonna get. So you need to look at the people ahead of you. Look at the kind of life they have 20 years down the line. That if you follow what they are doing, if you're in that same job, look at them, you will get that result. You can't escape it. It's just a straight path, a way for you to understand what you get in life. So that's when I started looking at internet marketing as it's a way I could build a business around my home, because it's what the world needs right now. We don't want your kids to, we hear it on the news, and children get stabbed. If you're in London, every week you hear, not every week, but every now and then we hear that a child is stabbed on the street and all that. Where are their parents? They are doing what at work. Why? Because they have to pay the bills, they have to pay the mortgage, they have to do all that shit. But the very thing they are paying all these bills for, which is their child, is being neglected. So once you begin to understand that the people are neglecting their priorities and honoring what does not make sense, money, then they've lost it already from the beginning. So that's why you have to start right now. It doesn't matter. You don't need any much technical experience, unlike I've been sharing with people. Just move with faith and trust that things will work itself out. If you have any questions or any concerns, some of them are answered throughout the training. So, but you can't see everything from not having any faith at all. You have to walk by faith, and that's how you create the kind of life you want. You have to move into fear, and that's how you overcome it. And that's what I will say to you, and that's what demonstrates what you believe in. So as a result of what you believe, you behave in a certain way, and that's what produces the results.